Welcome back to Astrology, Angels, and More. I'm your host, Mary Silvernail, and today is July the 13th, 2022. Happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday also to the United States of America, because the 4th of July, the sun actually falls in the sign of Cancer. So, also, Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, with the moon as its ruling planet. And yes, in astrology, the moon is actually considered a planet. Silver is the color associated with Cancer. That's a very lucky color for you, Cancerians. Cancerians are very sympathetic, nurturing, maternal, and very emotional. Cancerians love their homes and value family traditions. Their gemstones are moonstone, pearl, and clear quartz. Now, as far as when I'm talking about these characteristics of Cancer, these are also associated with the rising sign of Cancer. So whether your sun sign or your rising sign is Cancer, these all pertain to you. So anyway, as I said, today is July 13th. And what we're experiencing is the super full moon, the buck moon, the Cancer super full moon. A lot of emotion is flying around out there today especially. But the effects of it actually started yesterday on the 12th and will continue through the 14th. This happens to be the largest full moon of 2022. It's a brilliant light, and it's shining on areas of duty, responsibilities, and work. That's part of it. If there has been any discord regarding an imbalance in any of these areas affecting you personally, expect for these issues to be resolved due to changes in general circumstances that will balance everything out. And this is what is happening especially with this full moon, bringing in a balance. This will result in a solution to an uneven situation in your life that has been a bone of contention, especially bringing stability to relationship circumstances. Now, with this moon's sextile to Neptune and then conjunction to Pluto, there's a strong possibility that we can reach a decisive turning point in a relationship. With the other aspects between Saturn and a very close star, Denham Algety, which probably you've never heard of before, having to do with justice and integrity, it could bring a resolution to a trust issue. So if there's trust issues in your relationship, at this time, it can truly be resolved. Now, on July 28th, the Leo new moon signifies dignity, along with a lot of pleasantries and invitations to parties, fun gatherings, and a sense of joy. There is also a confidence-building trine aspect to Jupiter. Lucky, lucky, lucky Jupiter, the planet of hope. On the same day, Jupiter will then station retrograde until November 23rd, representing a stronger link with the world at large, actually. So it's really pretty lucky. You may find yourself getting involved in a global mission or something really big and digging deeper into spiritual matters on a metaphysical level. This is really the theme from the Leo new moon on the 28th all the way through November 23rd especially. Great time for metaphysical study and learning. This is a time of discovery of your own special talents to share with others. Also, be aware this is also though a time of drama at the time of the Leo new moon. So if life seems to throw on some extra challenges, be aware this is only temporary and not to worry and dwell on them. Instead, putting your mind into a more positive state of focusing on what brings you peace and joy. What you are grateful for in your life. Gratitude. So important. Every morning when you wake up, you should be in gratitude, grateful for another day and everything that the Lord has bestowed on you. Now, a note though, a very important note. Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto will continue their retrograde for the entire month of July 2022. On July 28th, the time of the new moon, Jupiter will also station retrograde, as I had mentioned before, giving us 4 outer planets retrograde until August 24th, when Uranus will finally station retrograde, also giving us 5 planets, all retrograde through October the 7th. And then Pluto, the heavy hitter, will go direct. And then October 23rd, Uranus will go direct. This summer of 2022 is the time of preparation for what we want to have in place for extraordinary new beginnings in the fall of 2022. You see, with 5 major planets retrograde, it's really a good thing. It's a time of preparation, of putting things in place for the fall. The Egyptians believed when their souls got to the entrance to heaven, the guards asked 2 questions, only 2 questions. Their answers determined whether they were allowed to enter. These were the 2 questions. Have you found joy in your life? Has your life brought joy to others? That's actually a line from the movie Bucket List. So now, after all that, I have a very, very, very special guest, and we're going to be talking about some wonderful things about the angels tonight. And we have some extraordinary photographs to share with you of his. So now I'd like to welcome Thomas Knights Templar.
Good evening, Mary. Thanks for having me on the show.
I'm so happy to have you back. I'm so happy to have you back.
You know, when you asked those 2 questions, I thought I was going to say, do you have your passport? You know, really, you're going, you know.
No, seriously, those are heavy-duty questions, though, don't you think, Tommy?
Well, yeah. Listen, the thing about having joy in your life and sharing it with others, that's something that I personally have preached on almost every show I did.
Yeah.
You know, treat others as you want to be treated and love others as God loves you, period, the end. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you brought joy to others, right? That's
You're
key.
happy, ain't you?
Huh? Yeah, I'm happy.
So I said joy.
I'm happy. You're happy too, right? Yeah. And what we do, actually, I mean, that's even the reason why we do these shows, is to bring joy and hope and happiness to others and guidance. True.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. So I think we'll answer the perfect answers when we get up there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So tonight we were going to be showing some pictures.
Yes.
Amazing, absolutely amazing photographs you've taken. And so now, Brian, if you'd like to start showing them, we could start with one at a time. Okay, so then with each one, if you would explain it, Tom. Oh, well, that's Metatron that we're going to be getting to. Yeah, not Metatron yet.
All right. This is at a beach that I have sanctified for the Blessed Mother. And as you can see above the sun, she's there. She has her shroud. You can see her tunic that she has there. And she's like covered, draped in her, I guess you would call it her heavenly robes.
And this is the beach that you go to.
This is the beach. I dedicated the beach to the Blessed Mother and Michael the Archangel. And both of them show up. And Archangel Metatron shows up. And angels show up all the time.
Yes. Well, we have some amazing pictures regarding Metatron. Oh, look at this. I love this picture.
Yeah, you can see she's there again. She's there.
Yeah, if you could explain it to the audience.
Well, you can see the aura around the sun. This is the sun of Fatima that we have right now. That's been going on now because the world is starting to wake up and come back to God.
Yes,
instead
it
of
is.
walking away from God like it has. And that's why you see all these wicked things today. It's the last hurrah of the bad guys. So,
Yeah, I agree with that.
so you just got to bear with it a little bit longer, you know.
Amen.
Once again, the Blessed Mother is there. And you can see Michael is below in the water.
Well, that's what I always love about your pictures, that from the beach there, because there's always those orbs.
But you can see the energy. If you look a little closer at it, below the orb, you'll see like going into the water.
Yes.
Because what I do is when I go down there, I release all the negativity that I've got myself and I collect it from other people, you know, and I release it to God, and it cleanses it in the holy waters of the ocean. Sacred Blessed Mother's in charge of the earth. And that's where it gets cleansed, it gets purified.
And at the beach, there's a tremendous amount of energy there
Absolutely.
because of the water,
That's
right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's why then when you go there, plus you sanctified it, you've had all kinds of experiences there,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Besides the clouds, and there's more pictures we have to show you that are really tremendous. But
The bird.
yeah, and then there's the bird.
The bird.
Did you give Brian that picture
No,
of the
no,
bird?
I don't have that. But
Oh.
it was a crow, and he was on a branch that was sticking out of this little jetty, and he's just sitting there. He's looking at me, and I didn't have anything to feed him, and he was picking at little things he was finding, and I was going, "Hey, pretty bird, pretty bird," I'm talking to him, right? And he starts caw, caw, talking back to me. So I was ready to take him. I love animals. I was ready to take him home before he came with me, right?
Yeah.
But then he looked at me. He caught a few more times, and then he flew up into a tree where I see he had a mate up there. And I mean, it was just something. I mean, they just come out for me. The doves land around. There's no doves in sight. They land right there.
Crows have very strong bonds with
Yeah.
their mate.
Oh yeah. So
Very strong.
so do the
they
doves.
stick for life.
Yeah.
Oh, the turtle
The
doves.
turtle doves.
The turtle doves, yeah.
I told you they mate my trees. They mate in my backyard on the fan underneath the gazebo.
Yeah, you sent me that picture of that. It was like unbelievable. I know. I wake up every
I feel like
morning
Dr.
to them.
Doolittle sometimes when I'm out there because all the animals. Squirrel comes to my door. He's looking in the glass like this. Come out and feed me.
I'm telling you, Dr. Doolittle, that's the truth. That's the
it
truth
is,
about
it
you.
is.
See, and they sense that. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they come. They go, yeah, hey, you know that guy down the street? Yeah, that's where to go.
Because-
And I'm not just talking about like for the little food that you
Yeah.
give the squirrel and stuff, but they just sense it. You know, just like people can like people can be you carry a magnetic energy, right?
Yeah.
And this is not our ego talking here. This is about the kind of energy that we carry, right? And so many times people are drawn to you. And you and I have had this
Oh,
conversation.
forget about.
You and I have had this
I
conversation.
go away on vacation, or if
Yeah.
I go even in the supermarket, they just pick me out.
Yep.
You know, they pick me out and they just start talking to me. Hey, how are you? I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, but did you ever notice too, like if you go in a store and it's empty,
Yeah. People come in.
they come in.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
They do. That I see all the time.
Yeah, that's why my manicurist loves me. Walk-ins come in. while I'm sitting there
That's all
getting
right.
my nails done. You think I'm kidding?
We should give you a discount.
No, she's a sweetheart. But the thing is, though, that, in reference to the crow, see, now I remember that day because you shared that with me that day.
Yeah, that day.
And I was like, oh, wow. I was so happy for you.
Yeah.
Because, the crow also, the medicine that it gives you is the crow.
It's a messenger.
Is the messenger. Yes, that's true. And I've noticed with you, a lot of birds are drawn to you.
Yeah.
But the crow, especially, I was very happy about. I work with the crow myself a lot. And that is the one that carries you between the two worlds. Between the worlds. That's what that crow's job is. Yeah. So, and look at how you're always getting the messages from the other side, right?
This is true.
Right? Well,
This is true.
Yeah, see, the crows like you. They love you. Anyway.
What do you got up next, Brian?
Oh.
Okay.
That's pretty.
Yeah, you can see the Blessed Mother is on top. And look at the oddity to the sun. And look below the cloud. You see the lighter blue?
Yes.
That's Michael in there.
Yes.
And up in the corner, up here, there's angelics right up there.
I see them. You have to really look. So at home, if you'd like to go up to your television screen, it would be a good idea to really, see it close up. It's absolutely amazing how they appear.
I love this beach. There's no hotels on it. There's no casinos. It's not the cleanest looking beach because it's fallen into some decay. Since Sandy, they did a botched job fixing up the beach. However, I'd rather be on this beach than any other beach because it's pure grace is what it is. Oh, look at it! You can see. Look at the top. You see the violet?
Yes, I do.
Over the Blessed Mother.
Yes, I do.
And look at the rays of the sun coming out too. You see how it's like spiked?
Gorgeous.
You see the spikes?
And these are taken with your phone,
Yeah,
right?
my phone, yeah.
So it isn't like you have special lenses
No,
anything crazy like that.
Take it with my phone.
No, they just appear for you.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Well, it's miraculous, actually. What a blessing.
Next.
Look at that. Look at that.
I mean, this is just how they come. You can see her standing there.
Yes.
Just standing there.
Literally. Literally. Wow. I mean, did you see how quiet I got about it? Because every time I see that picture, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's the funniest thing. When I'm taking the pictures, these things are not visible until when I get home, because I'm at the beach and the sunlight's hitting the sunlight's hitting the phone, and I can't really, decipher it. But when I enlarge it, then everything shows up. Okay, Brian, next.
Wow.
Look at that.
I'm telling you.
It's like the flock of angels around
That's
the top.
what, yeah. Remember before, there's a picture that you sent me last week that is just, a regular picture of the flock of angels.
Yeah.
And that's what this one always
You can
reminds
see all the
me
wings,
of.
all the wings, though.
Yeah, all the wings. Look at this. But then the way the light shines and cuts right across the sun, and then there's Michael down there, isn't that? Is that Michael?
Yeah. He's
The
always
blue
there.
orb. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, Brian, next. All right. These are the symbols of Yatave. That is on my show. It's God's Way, Yatave. And that's the 26th letter, the missing letter from the Hebrew, the Hebrew alphabet. And that's the symbol for it. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because that particular day I was talking, I don't know if I was talking to you or I was talking to Adafina, and I stopped the truck and I just looked out the window. I saw that. I had to take pictures of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian. Once again, there you go. You can see like the quasar going right through the sun. Mm-hmm. It's connecting the spirit, heaven, with the earth. The ocean has reciprocal action. You know, tides come in, tides go out. Waves come in, waves go out. That's kinetic energy. That's why I go to the beach. I mean, if you go to a lake and the water is stagnated, it's not going to be that way.
No.
Kinetic energy does draw spirit energy. All right, because they feed on it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Brian. This one here, Mary and I were on the phone, and we were having a conversation. It was very philosophical.
Yes.
And every time there is something that the angels like that I'm talking about, they put up a mini rainbow.
Yeah.
It could be a clear as day sky, and boom, there's a mini rainbow. And there it is right there. That was right on Highland Boulevard, right by, what street was that? I think it's not Armstrong. It's one of those avenues over there.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that does.
But it isn't just that. Look at all the, you can
Oh,
tell
the activity.
the
The activity there.
The angels.
Yeah. Brian? This was Brian and I driving down to Mary's shop in, where's that, Ware Town?
Ware Town, yeah.
And we were going out there to do the show there when we were remote because the studio was closed at that time for COVID, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yeah. And we were talking about Archangel Metatron. That's what we were going to be discussing. And there he shows up as we're on the Garden State driving down. And there he is. You know, there he is.
Huge. Look at him.
The size of him. It's gigantic.
Look at him.
And he's a gigantic angel.
Yes.
You know?
He's the largest. Him and Sandalphon, too, but he's the largest.
All right, Brian. Once again, this is a chakra ray coming from the sun.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the colors.
Yeah.
Look at the colors.
Unbelievable.
And this is at the same beach. And you can see the aura around the top where the other little mini rainbow is up in the corner. You see the aura coming down?
And you didn't see that in the sky? You didn't see that till you got home?
Sometimes I see things with the naked eye. That's why I take a picture
because
with it.
that's pretty.
Well, I love that. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, next. Once again, here you go, the activate symbol in the clouds. Next.
This is how the angels talk to us.
Well, that's how they
why
they
watch.
validate to me by
Yes.
doing things like this. Brian, next. Look at this one.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
That's when I was coming home from Florida. I sent you that picture.
Yeah, because your flight was blessed.
I know. And then that's why I had to send you the picture of the rainbow at the airport. I
That's
was
it.
like, oh, yeah.
You know, it was either that or you were eating Lucky Charms on the plane, were you?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
They don't even serve that anymore, you know.
Nah, they hardly serve anything anymore.
I don't even know.
You know.
Ooh,
There's another one.
okay.
You know.
But then up at the top, you can see it too.
Yeah, you can see it.
That's like dual action going on
I
here.
get that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini rainbows. Go ahead, Brian. Another one with like a quasar shot with the energy coming from heaven to earth.
But see, you can see above it also.
You can see them all
The
behind
figures.
it. They're very faint, but you
Yeah.
can see them.
Yeah, that's why you should go up to your TV screen and really look at it. You're going to be like, whoa,
Anything left, Brian?
where's the cube? Where's the cube, Brian? The square.
The Metatron's cube. Or the Merkaba, if you want to use a key word. Not that.
No, I sent it to you last night.
No.
No, it's a square.
It's
light.
the sun looks like a square. Yikes. Well, Metatron's cube is like it's what they call sacred geometry. That's what Metatron is all about, sacred geometry. That's what that picture of Metatron depicts.
Yeah.
All right, a sacred geometry.
And if Brian, maybe you could put up Metatron.
And that particular day, we were talking about Metatron, and I was down there meditating on it, and it showed right up.
That's Metatron. And that's his cube,
Okay?
the sacred cube.
I'm calling him Metatron for medicinal purposes
Yeah, you
because
said Metatron.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
The
goodness
archangel
gracious.
told me his name was Metatron.
I know.
If you break down the name, M-E, meh, right? T-A-T, tat, and Ron. So it's Metatron. Okay. You want to call it Metatron? It really doesn't matter. He knows.
Everybody calls him Metatron.
Everybody calls him Metatron.
I know, so that's how they know him. You're probably right in your pronunciation, you
It
know.
doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. What matters is that that's what was told to me.
But and well then,
You know,
for
so
you that's correct. You know
that's
what I
my
mean?
truth now. Yeah.
But I looked up a couple of things in reference to his cube because it's sacred geometry.
It is.
You know, and that's what you were looking at. He was holding the cube, and boy, do I wish we had that picture of the cube. You don't have it. I have it on my phone. I have it on my phone. Okay, well, anyway, but the cube, what it actually means is what was given to you that day. It means stability and permanence and truth.
And truth. That's right.
So that's what was going on there for you.
It's supposed
Talk about validation.
Well, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that it comes from the ancient structures of the flower of life, which would be like the tree of life, the flower of life.
Yes.
Okay. It's believed that God created the entire cosmos according to a specific geometric plan.
Yep.
And when you think that mathematics plays a giant part in everything that we do today, whether it's astrology, whether it's astronomy, mathematics is the key thing to it. It's the equations that make up how do you think they find black holes, how do you think they find all these other things. It's by equations, you know, and that's how that...
Because of the vibration
Yes.
of the numbers.
Of the numbers, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they have an energy of their own. But Metatron especially realized that. Actually, Metatron, I had made a note here about this in reference to Metatron. That, let me see, actually discovered the knowledge and power of the zodiac. So, you know, he's a fan of mine. Well, I'm a fan of his.
You're a fan of his.
Okay.
He was
well,
here
he's
first.
a fan of mine too then, you know, because that's what I do. But, and also the keeper of the unknown truths.
Yes.
God, you know, we were talking about this actually
Earlier.
on the way here, on the phone, that he was originally Enoch.
Enoch, yes. Just him and Sandalphon are the only two that came from man. And God loved them both so much, he ascended them and he made them archangels.
Yeah. They're really big.
Yes.
They're really, 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 really big. You know, what happened was that the Lord actually made him an ascended master. But the reason that he did that was because Metatron used to, the angels would bring Metatron up and he would take all the notes.
He was a scribe.
He was the scribe.
But he
for
was the heavenly
Lord.
scribe for the Akasha. And he was also...
Akashic records,
Yeah, and he's the... What did it again? Right. He's the scribe for everything that happened on Earth for, you know, in those times, during his lifetime at that point. And God loved him because he
Everything.
was so obedient and so loving that he ascended him.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful story.
It really, really is.
It is.
And are we allowed to say what he wrote?
What, the Book of Enoch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I had heard one time you can't say that.
We're not selling them.
No, we're not.
You know.
And it's not, and it's just like to some people, you know, I mean, like there's the Bible, there's the Quran. Yeah. So, you know, that's what it is. And he wrote it. But see,
Well, you know why the Book of Enoch was not part of the Bible is because it has a lot of metaphysical stuff in it, things that the powers that be at that time didn't want included. There's many books that are deleted from the Bible. The Bible is a great book, don't get me wrong, but keep in mind it's been reinterpreted 1,700 times over the many decades and millennia. Mm-hmm. And in 1,700 times that it's been, Don't you think it's been slightly changed here and there?
But Enoch
Okay, to
is
fill out
actually
who's ever writing it, to fill a certain void. So truth is truth. Truth comes from in here, because God lives with you. In the Bible, right off the bat, it says, in the beginning there was the Word, and then the Word became flesh and dwelt amongst us. That is wrong. The interpretation from the Greek was wrong. It is dwelt within us, but they don't want you to know that. But when you get in contact with the Christ within you, watch how things start to change for you, for the better. Keep that in mind. That's what these angels are for. God created them to serve mankind on your trip through this life. Learn it, know it, open up your heart, and release the God that's within you to do good. Okay? Don't think you're going to have some special power that you can hurt or deny somebody something. Whatever you wish for yourself, wish for others first. God loves the person who's benevolent.
Yeah, kind of like getting back to those two questions, right?
That's right.
That we were talking about before with
You bring
the
a little
Egyptians.
joy into somebody's life. You bring a little joy into somebody's life. You change the dynamic
Yes.
of their day, of their week, of their month. Just being around you, being a cheerful person, can heal people.
Very powerful. And it could be something simple, like, maybe you're sitting at a restaurant and you notice that the waitress is wearing pretty earrings. And you say, oh, what nice earrings, what unusual, or something. Or you tell
conversation
somebody, oh, what a nice shirt you're wearing today, or something like that. Or you hold the door open for somebody. That's
Pay it forward. What could it possibly hurt for you to do something nice for somebody you don't even know? What could it possibly hurt? Okay? It can only do you good, because as you bless people, guess what? You get blessed.
I've been in line in a drive-through already where then I go to pay and I'm told that the car ahead of me paid for me.
Yeah.
And then I paid for the car behind me.
I usually do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I usually
That's
do that.
nice to. Yeah, didn't you tell me one time about your daughter?
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
But they were, my son's a police officer, and there was a couple of cops standing on the line. This is during all the nonsense that went on, all right, and this campaign of hatred against the police, and the criminals glorified,
Well, that's turned around a bit now.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Listen, you turn on the news, you listen to an hour, 90 minutes, whatever it is, of pure hatred and pure separation of everybody. This group against that group and against that group. And if you think you're getting honesty out of that, you're out of your mind. You better, rethink. You think that Hitler had a propaganda machine? That was nothing compared to this, because this here is now on a global stage because of the internet. So if you want to start a BS story here, it'll be in Timbuktu in 2 seconds. It's not truth. It's created. Why? To keep us divided. Be a united force for good. Okay? Be a united force. Every politician, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? You elected to do a job. We pay you. Not to squeeze our throats so we can't survive. Not to keep us prisoners in our house. Remember that. Okay? In the Bible it says, to judge others is to judge yourself. Okay? By your words, okay, you are justified. And by your words, you are condemned. And the lies that come out of that square box there, okay, that come out of there, day in, day out, that people listen to religiously to hear 90 minutes of terrible things. You're going to tell me somewhere in the world something good doesn't go on? Somewhere in this country, something beautiful and good doesn't go on? And you sit there and believe it. You need to wake up. You better get in touch with your angels and your guardian angels and your cherubim. They're all designed for you to wake up.
Your helpers. Your
What's
helpers
going on
in
around
so many
you?
ways. And let me tell you, Metatron is a really,
He's
really
the one to
big-
call on, him and
He
Michael.
sure is. Let me tell you, those two.
Yep.
For protection, for strength.
That's right.
Okay? And Metatron really loves to help in any kind of family matters,
That's
relationship matters. And also, Metatron loves to help children,
Yes.
you know?
Yep.
And especially children that have ADHD or, you know.
Zachariel works out good for that too, because Zachariel is the of intelligence of the mind, of the brain. So he's a good angel to call on for that too.
That's right.
That's right.
And you know, you can call on as many as you want. You can ask them to come. And when we say call on, all it's
Listen,
saying
if
is
you don't
just
know your archangels, that's fine.
Yeah.
You call on the archangels, and they come as a group to help you.
Yeah.
Each one specializes in something, but they're all interchangeable when it comes to what they can do.
See, because they're the leaders of the pack.
That's right.
Okay, the archangels are the strongest ones. And Metatron, actually, you know, Metatron is the youngest of all the archangels, okay? Because of the way the Lord ascended him.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know, became an angel
Afterwards,
the
yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other angels were created, and even though Enoch was created by God, okay, the appointment to archangel was created for him at that time when he ascended.
Exactly. Exactly. And that doesn't mean that every ascended master becomes an archangel. So that's why we're saying how special Metatron is. And Metatron fills a room. That's why the picture that you had in the clouds that you saw.
He has bright, blinding white light.
Yes.
You know, it is, you know, if you call on Archangel Metatron, if you call on him and he should come to you, you may see him as a glittering light like you see here.
Yeah.
Right? But very bright. Okay? It almost looks like the sun shining on the water, the little starlights you see like that on top of the water.
Very good
You'll see,
description.
well, yeah, that's how I see them.
Very
I see
good
them come to me
description.
like that.
Yes.
Sometimes, you know, you might be clairaudient where you hear spirit, okay? And you might get a little vibration in your ear. You might even hear words, okay? You might be a sensory type of person, okay, where you sense the presence of somebody else who's with you that's grander and greater, okay? That's there for you. The angels love unconditionally.
Mm-hmm. Pure love.
Pure love. All right? Remember that. You call on them, they love you. They don't care if you're the worst of the worst of society to the top notch. They don't care. If you call on them, all right, they will be there for you.
Or if you have billions of dollars, or if, you know, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Let's tell you.
But the miracles that they can perform, right? You know,
They can.
From the energy of the Lord. You know, you're talking about the sparkles, and I love that what you were talking about, because many times they come that way.
Mm-hmm.
And see in the background that we have behind us, Tom?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I had picked that background, because see, it isn't just the angel wings and the clouds, it also has those pretty sparkles.
True. I
Yeah.
just thought you liked Harley Davidson.
Huh?
They had their wings.
Oh.
Oh, well. You had to be there. You had to be there
that's
for
not
that.
Harley
That was the
Davidson.
delayed fuse.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness gracious. Well, anyway.
I just thought I'd throw it in there.
I know. You always put a little bit of
A spin?
levity. But, you know, in relationship to Metatron especially, he really communicates through symbols. Right? And that he loves symbols. But we get symbols all the time from the other angels and in life, like the bird that came to you.
But his thing is this. It happens.
What?
Everybody has been through this. You wake up at a certain time and the numbers are duplicated. Like Metatron's numbers are 1111. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is angel attunement time. Okay, so if you happen to be up at 11:11, that is the best time for you to join your angels, call upon them, because they're there to attune you to a higher frequency, so you could start to grow and ascend.
Just say a little
Okay,
prayer.
if you think that this existence here is all there is?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Well, look what happened to Metatron.
Yeah.
This was his existence on the
That's
earthly
right.
plane, and then he ascended,
That's
and
right.
then after that, he was made into,
That's right.
you know, he sits at the gates of the seventh heaven, all right, where he has all the Akashic records, like
Oh, yeah,
you were
all Akashic,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
before, and that you have to be able to pass through him, you know? I mean,
And he's a big guy.
yeah, he's you, but oh, so loving, so loving. And the protection, once you're able to connect with Archangel Metatron, oh my goodness, the protection and the strength that you'll feel, it's tremendous. And just like what Tommy was saying, you know, at 11:11 even, if you just do that and you say a
Even
little
in the
prayer
daytime,
to
you
him.
get 11:11 in the morning, that's the best time to do any kind of like meditation, any kind. Your meditation is just getting quiet and listening to your inner voice and listening to God. You don't have to hear his voice physically,
That's
but you'll hear the thoughts coming through your mind. Okay? And maybe you hear it in your voice. Maybe you'll be lucky hearing somebody else's voice. Okay? But either way, that's how you connect. You become more sensitive, more vibrationally higher, and then you learn how to connect to the angels. You start to recognize the energies that when they're around you. I mean, I'm looking at behind us. I don't know if you see it, but you see the aura that's going around me?
Yeah,
The blue?
yeah, I do see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's showing up on the screen.
Oh, I see it. I see it there.
Yeah. Well, I feel that Michael is also,
He's always with us.
yeah, absolutely.
Michael has helped me so much, it's like ridiculous. All the time. No matter what the situation is, car breakdown, whatever it was. The best I was doing that, I had my alternator in my truck go bad in Flushing. And I managed to get to where I was going, left there, came back with a bad alternator that wasn't charging. I got all the way back to Staten Island. Don't ask me how. All right, all the way back there, that even the mechanic was astounded. Because I can't believe that this got you back.
You told me that
Yeah,
day.
it
was Michael. That's what you
it was-
said to
it
me.
was-
I said, well,
I
how'd
said,
you do that,
it
Tommy?
was Michael.
It was Michael.
Michael, he's the archangel, could fix anything. He could fix mechanical work. He could fix electronics. He could do all of that stuff.
He can also intervene if you're about to have an accident.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he jumps in and makes you turn that car. Or
That's right.
I'm telling you, you know how many people have come back and reported that to me?
I've had that too.
About that. Yeah.
How
my
many
goodness.
times I was driving along, and there should be no traffic or whatever it is, and boom, I hit all this traffic. That's because he didn't want me to be up where something was going to take place at that time. And sure enough, I get up there, there's a train wreck I did it again, of cars. That's the fault of being Italian. We talk with our hands, we put it behind our back with death.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, but it's the truth. But Michael and Metatron are the strongest of them all. They're all strong,
Yeah.
you know, but yet they're all so loving. As Tommy said, unconditional love.
That's right.
And of course, each of the angels has certain tasks, you know, certain attributes that they have, you know, certain jobs. However, all of them can help you.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
at any time, at any given moment. But they give you signs like the ones that Tommy gets at the beach, right? That's just part of it. You get signs
I get
other
signs.
ways
I get
too.
signs every day.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, last night I was up several times, and then I got up and it was 444. I knew the angels were with me. You know, I'm looking around the room, around the house. Where are you? Where are you sparkling today? You know, and of course there's a little, you know, please. Or I close my eyes and I see them start twinkling outside. You know, but when you go to sleep at that point, the best time to do any kind of prayer is in that last 5 minutes when you're feeling drowsy and you're about to go under. You go into a hypnotic state that, you know, we're both hypnotists, and when we put our clients under, all right, we get them into
Alpha.
alpha. I'm sorry, I was about to say beta. We're in beta.
Well, yeah. That's another level. But even if just alpha is,
You know, and that's when you on both sides of the line, on both sides of the veil, okay? And that's the time to set your intention, not only for the next day, but for the next week. Because if you go to bed rehashing the stuff that you lived all day long, my boss was this, my wife was that, my dog threw up on this. No matter what it is, you rehash that. Your subconscious mind is going to empower it, because all it is a power plant, and give you more of the same. And it doesn't understand levity. That's my problem, because I'll make everybody laugh all day long, cracking jokes and blah, blah, blah. And then I have to remember to not let that energy go out to the universe, because what's going to happen is going to manifest. So if I'm making fun of something or whatever it is, I'm going to have more of the same. I don't want that. I don't want that.
That's why when a person is in a hypnotic state, they don't have to be knocked out. You really don't want them knocked out.
You don't want them knocked out.
What? No, you want them in that very light, right before you fall asleep.
Right before twilight.
Okay,
right before twilight sleep.
Yeah, and where a person is just completely relaxed.
That's it.
You know, like when you're in that space, you are aware of everything that's going on around you.
You are.
Okay, although you're in your mind is also in another part, especially and connected to your subconscious mind,
your superconscious
and your higher
mind,
self.
your superconscious mind, your higher self,
Absolutely.
is connected directly to God. Then your conscious mind, which is what you hear on this level, okay, is what you use every day. That's your reasoning mind. That's the mind of there ain't no reason. Okay, but you use it because that's what you have to navigate through this life with.
Yeah, but that time you're talking about right before complete sleep is the time of time of manifestation.
That's why you put
best time
the things that you want in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind, so long as you have faith in what you put in there, okay, no matter what it is, you know, as long as you have faith in what you put in there, it will empower it. As long as all the time you put that same thought there. It cannot be nothing that can circumvent somebody's free will. It cannot be anything to do any harm to anybody else for your benefit. You know? It cannot be that. For whatever you wish for yourself, you wish for others so they can have good things in their life.
But
that's how it works.
Go ahead. You're right.
All right? You sit around and you have resentment. You have ill feelings. You have hatred. If you have hatred, you will be hated. If you have love, you will be loved. If you have
that's right.
Anything that's negative, you will draw it. Do not do that. You know, how many times when you were a child would you just turn around and say, oh, I have a test tomorrow, and I study, but I don't understand the material, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to fail. Well, you just programmed it. How about that? You just programmed it. How many of us did it? I did it. You did it. Everybody did it.
Yeah, but see that.
If you would have knew these processes then we'd have a whole country full of geniuses. Because you never fail anything. You got to learn. You got to learn that your word is your wand, Florence Scovel Shen. Your word is your wand. What you put out there has gravity. All right? God's name is I am. Now, I want you to take what I just said, I am, and just think, how many times through the course of this day do you say I am with a negative connotation? I am sick. I am tired. I am in pain. I am struggling. I am this. The more you say it, the more you are enforcing it using God's name and taking his name in vain. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Be what you were meant to be, the God force within. And remember, the archangels, the angels, the cherubim, there's a whole litany of them. Okay? There are more angels than grains of sand or stars in the sky. Why wouldn't you call on them? What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? You got nothing to lose. Okay.
And everything to gain.
And everything to gain is right, Mary. Everything
to gain.
Please, I implore you to contact and get in touch with your angels, your archangels. They love you. They were designed for you. They know your heart. They know your faults. They know your traits, good and bad. They know. Okay? You are with the most trusted beings ever created. So why wouldn't you put your trust in them? God created them for you. This is a gift given to you by God.
The problem is that lots of times people don't know how. And I really feel we have already gone over how.
Yes.
And it's very simple, especially what you said. When you see the alignment of the numbers on the clock, that is very powerful time because the numbers are energy, okay? And that to be able to connect. Also, that 11:11,
11.
that's
That's angel attunement time.
It really is, because the one is alpha, the next one is alpha. So it's alpha, 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 alpha. That's God. Okay?
That's top notch. That's the highest you can go.
So that's very simple, what you had described. And then also, right before sleep, because you can ask, especially if you're having any kind of ailments or anything like that, ask Archangel Raphael to come and heal you while you sleep. Okay? Or if you're having problems in your family or your relationships, ask Archangel Metatron.
Metatron,
yeah. Right. So this is how it works, and it's just this simple like this. So they're just waiting there for you to call upon them, and I have a very strong feeling now, the way that we simplified it, that a lot of people are going to start doing this. And look at all the beautiful angelic energy that will be coming to this earth.
If you want to know more about it, you can contact us here at the studio.
Yeah, at the end of the...
There's a credit at the end. You can contact us here at the studio.
There's 2 email addresses.
Yeah.
You can contact the studio email addresses, or also you can contact me. At the end, you'll see the email address, okay? So, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And by the way, any of your angel pictures that you take where they appear in the clouds or whatever, or in the light shining, because many times the angels come in a ray of light. So any of those kind of pictures that you have, or of any of your angelic experiences, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. We want to hear this because we want to be able to share it. You see?
That's it.
Okay, it's very simple, and there'll be other pictures, cloud pictures and things like that that will be showing throughout on this show. So please send them in.
Like we were talking before about Metatron liking or loving the children, the little children.
Oh my goodness!
He does. The little children coming in now are starseed children. But Mary and I were probably both indigos, and then it was Crystal in the generation after us. All right, and now it's starseed children.
Yes.
Okay, so, and they have a tremendous power that they come in with. Do not stagnate your children's growth spiritually. If you think taking them and throwing them in a church or taking them here, taking them there is going to give them everything they need, it will not. Because this you won't learn.
Enhance yourself.
That's right.
Enhance your life.
Be a better you.
Get a better understanding of enlightened metaphysics, okay? That deal with the light, not the darkness. The angels do not dwell in the darkness.
No.
They only dwell in the light. And they are servants, actually, of the Lord, helping you. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to get into all that other dark stuff.
No.
That's just silly. Because what this world needs now is a lot of light, a lot of love.
Yes.
But the thing is, in reference to your children, what Tommy was saying, this would be a perfect time this year, 2022, to be able to have a good understanding yourself so that you can share with your children when they ask you questions. Because as children are growing, like your children, your grandchildren, I know my children, my grandchildren, they ask questions. Be able to enlighten them.
That's right.
You see? And so that's true. You can't just go and send them to...
no, when they go to religion, whatever it is.
Right. but we're going to have to start wrapping up soon.
We're going to have to.
Tom?
What do we got? We got to wind it
Yeah.
up, Brian? 1 minute. We got 1 minute
left. Go ahead.
So 1 minute's time.
What would you like to add?
I would like to just say, we'll do a prayer of agreement. Father, Mary and I come together on behalf of our television viewing studio and our audience out there, and we ask on their behalf that the doors will be open for them to contact their guardian angels and their archangels, all right, to help them on this path, to help them grow in spirituality and the love of Christ, all right, and in the love of the ultimate being, God, the Father. Remember, God became man so man could become God. And now you know it. He's in here. So with that, do we agree?
He's right within you,
Well,
yes.
since we agree,
Yes,
this
we
is a prayer of
agree.
agreement, and so it shall be said, done, and written. And Metatron will be writing that down.
And so
Which
it
he's
is.
described. And so it is, and so it is.
So it is. Amen.
Amen to that.
Thank you. Thank you. Many blessings. Many, many blessings. And I want to
Did
thank
you see the clock? 2:22 it was.
When we did that, that's cool. I'm telling you. See?
right.
Okay. I
All
bet
right.
you a lot of people will be looking at their clocks now.
Well, yeah, they're going to be noticing. You might see a license
Good.
plate. You might see anything like that.
That's right. It isn't just the clock.
No.
Right. That's true.
right,
When
say
you see
goodnight
those
now.
vibrations,
Bye.
numbers. Okay. So thank you, Tom, for coming.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you so much. All the information you give us. Thank you.